The one-point perspective sketch is typically used for the objects that have one characteristic frontal direction and other directions are not as much important. When an object has more than one direction that needs to be drawn, the two-point perspective method is preferred. If you construct an XYZ coordinate system, the z-axis is in the vertical direction on the image plane. The x-axis extends in the forward right direction, and the y-axis is in the forward left direction from the image plane as seen in the picture. The x and y directions will meet at the two vanishing points respectively. Let's use this simple house as an object to sketch. First, we need to decide which sides of the objects we want to draw. Since there are two doors on two different sides, we will use the two-point perspective method to show them. Also, we want to see the house in the bird's eye view so that the roof can be visible. This object is a little bit more complex than the previous one. So, instead of sketching the details of the house, we will construct a minimal box that encloses the house and sketch the box first. We call this box a bounding box, and the box is sketched in the figure on top of the house. Measure the width W, depth D, and the height H of the bounding box, and then we will focus on sketching the bounding box first, not the house. Notice that the vertical line AB is the closest corner of the bounding box to your eyes. On the paper, sketch the horizon line. Again, the location of the horizon determines the eye level. In this case, we want a bird's eye view, so we will sketch a horizon line at the upper part of the paper. Select two vanishing points on each side of the paper. If the two vanishing points are too close to each other, the object will look distorted like a picture taken with a fisheye camera lens. The vanishing points don't need to be inside the paper boundary, but may be located outside of the paper as long as they lie on the horizon line. In this example, we will mark the two vanishing points inside the paper close to the boundary lines to show the construction steps. Sketch the vertical line AB of the bounding box that is the closest corner. The horizontal location of the line AB determines the orientation of the object. If AB line is located on the left side of the paper, the right side of the house, like surface ABGF, will look larger. If the line AB is sketched on the right side of the paper, on the other hand, the left side of the house, like surface ABEC, will face toward your eyes and viewed better than the right side of the house. The length of the line AB will determine the size of the house. Sketch the line AB with an appropriate length so that the object will fit the paper. From the point A and B, sketch construction lines to the two vanishing points as shown. Clip the size of the construction lines with approximate width and depth. Since this is freehand sketching, use approximate estimated values. Remember, we are sketching the bounding box first before sketching the house. From the 4 points C, E, F, G, sketch two construction lines to the two vanishing points for each point. This will construct a two-point perspective view of the bounding box. Once the bounding box is constructed, you can start sketching the details of the house using the bounding box. Remember the following rules. All vertical lines will stay as vertical lines. Any lines that are parallel to the horizontal lines of the bounding box, or X and Y directions as shown, must be sketched toward the corresponding vanishing points.